We'll call the Scottsboro City Council meeting Monday, August 26, 2013 to order. The invocation given by Mr. Kimmer and the pledge of allegiance given by Mr. Miller. First item is to adoption of the agenda. Do I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
Make the motion.
Do I have a second? Second. Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed say no. Next item is the approval of the previous minutes from August 12th, 2013. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from August 12th,
Make a
2013?
motion to approve those minutes.
Second.
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. We'll go to new business. First item is to consider resolution for the pool deck resurfacing rebid. Ms. Phillips, will you cover that, please?
We rebid the pool deck resurfacing. We posted one bid, mailed 3 bids, and received 2 bids for the pool deck resurfacing. It is recommended by the bid review committee that the bid be awarded to A to Z Renovations as the lowest responsible bidder that met specifications.
That's in everybody's packet. Do I have a motion to consider the resolution for the deck resurfacing rebid?
I make the motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Next item is to consider resolution for the Derrick Building facade project bid. Ms. Phillips, will you cover that, please?
Last week, y'all approved to do the budget amendment for the extra money, and this is just the bid results for that. We received 3 bids for the project, and it is recommended that the bid be awarded to Sam Construction as the lowest responsible bidder that met specifications.
Do I have a motion to consider the Derrick Building facade project bid go to Sam Construction?
I'll make a motion to give it
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion on that?
to. Yeah. There's no address or anything on here, just Sam's Construction. Who are they?
I'm sorry, they're out of Fort Payne. I didn't know if you had that with me.
Okay, so we've checked them out and they're okay, do you think?
Yes, they actually built Captain D's, I believe, in town, so.
This seems to have held up well. So. Okay, that's all right.
Not so much for the owner, but for the building.
I'm not gonna go there.
Any other discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Item 3 is to consider a budget amendment for the capital outlay. Mayor, will you cover that, please?
Last week I mentioned that our city sales tax is up about 3.4% for the same period of time last year. And so because of that, we would like to ask you to approve $140,000 worth of capital outlay expense, or money for capital outlay to be used to purchase police cars and a couple other vehicles that we haven't determined yet, depending on the cost of the police cars and these other vehicles for a couple other departments. Chief Dahl, we're going to purchase 2 police cars or vehicles out of this money, and then he's going to purchase 1 through the FTA. Is that correct? So and then the airport has some work that needs to be done on the fuel tanks up there. So that's what we plan on using the money for.
Thank you, Mayor.
And when these bids, once they will come to the council for you to approve.
Okay.
How much did you say?
$140,000.
So do I have a motion to consider the budget amendment expense
motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Next item is the proclamation for September Drug Awareness Month. Chief Ralph Dahl, Mayor. Cover that.
Before Ralph comes to speak about it, he wanted me to read this proclamation. He's been working with the city school system. We're glad to have Dr. Berry and Robbie and Holly with the school board here with us tonight to put a program together to teach drug awareness to the children in the school. So I'm going to read this proclamation and then I'll let Chief Dahl kind of expound on it just a little bit. Whereas Scottsboro's children are the most valued asset of our community and ensures a bright future for Scottsboro. And whereas the number of children that experiment with new synthetic drugs as well as traditional drugs and its abuse is on the rise. And whereas abuse of drugs by our children has a significant and complex social impact that affects all cultural, social, economic, and demographic groups. And whereas combating drug abuse of all people within the city of Scottsboro will help improve the quality of life for all the community and will significantly reduce crime against persons, property, and will contribute to the life and vibrancy of the city of Scottsboro. And whereas the city of Scottsboro's children and adults alike have a right to live in a drug-free community and receive education on the ill effects of drug abuse, and it will cause the children to become productive and valuable members of this community. And whereas the city of Scottsboro Police Department will campaign annually in the month of September to better educate the heart and lifeline of this city's future, its children. The Scottsboro Police Department will educate students in the elementary and intermediate grade levels on updated information of drug trends and its dangers. The City of Scottsboro and its Police Department are committed to working closely with public school administrators and teachers to protect and provide drug education on an annual basis for our children. And whereas the protection of Scottsboro's children against the temptations and peer pressure of drug use is in the interest of all and further adds to the well-being and the future of the City of Scottsboro. Now therefore, I, Melton Potter, Mayor of Scottsboro, do hereby proclaim Drug Awareness Month annually in the month of September and encourage all of our citizens to raise awareness of potential drug abuse by our children. Chief.
We've been in this line of business for quite a while. Prior to this, we've had a DARE officer in the school system, the DARE program. And then we went on to SROs. This is above and beyond the SRO program. A couple of months ago, Judge Word came to me with some concern about the age of kids that he was seeing in his court, in his juvenile court, and asked if we could do something, and this is part of it. And I thought a proclamation would be good to do, just to make sure that we do it every year on an annual basis. And right at the beginning of the school year, while the kids' minds are just coming back from somewhere and willing to learn, and maybe they can keep it in their minds. The program will consist of our investigators, our drug unit people going down there to do presentations, and they would have visual and tangible articles to present to the kids, and also they'll be able to actually touch and see these drugs, and of course they teach them about the ill effects of drug abuse. Like I say, this is nothing new. We're just kind of setting this month aside for that purpose, and it'll help us all maybe do a little bit better. If we can keep one child from getting on drugs or becoming using drugs, it'd be worth it. So I appreciate your support, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Ms. Barry's here. She'd like to say we're going to work closely with them to organize it.
Young as third grade and as old as senior, sometimes more than senior, sometimes a second year senior, repeating grades or falling behind because of drugs. And it's not like it used to be. It started with marijuana, and then it was crystal meth, and now those are not so much what we see. We see prescription drugs, and we see synthetic drugs in third and fourth graders. So this will allow us to start at a much younger age, and hopefully by the time they get to high school, we won't see the severe problems that we see now. So I want to say thank you so much, not only to you and to the chief, but also to the officers that will be working. Our school resource officers will be involved in it with some of the investigators, and that's the very best combination we can have. So thank you. And anytime we want to invite you to come into our schools. We want you to see what we're doing, to see the programs we're doing, and especially when they do these programs, I'd like for you to know the date on your calendar, and we'll make sure that you know so that you can maybe come in and see what kind of proclamation you've proved tonight and what it's going to do for our kids. And again, thank you.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is the Boys and Girls Club report. Mr. Kimmer.
As you're aware, last week we were officially informed that the Gadsden chapter of the Boys and Girls Club has filed bankruptcy. There is an effort, and one that I believe you all support, to save the organization here. One of the ways to do that is to form a new corporation, a new nonprofit corporation. To that end, we have reserved the corporate name for the Secretary of State's office in Montgomery, which is the first step. And I'll be working with the officials of the local Boys and Girls Club, coming up with articles of incorporation for a nonprofit corporation sometime over the next week or so. That will then be filed. We will apply for a 501c3 status, corporate charitable status with the federal government. And then worst of all, having to try to strive to get a new tax ID number out of the IRS, which is a royal pain, but one that we will do step by step. That's where we are.
Thank you. We'll go to reports. Mayor?
Mr. Morgan politely reminded me that this weekend is Labor Day weekend, and then the first Monday, which is one of the biggest first Mondays that we have, as well as the Art in the Park at Caldwell Park Sunday. So there'll be a lot of traffic on Broad Street and downtown this coming weekend. So I'd like to encourage everyone out to attend those. And then this afternoon, the Jackson County Industrial Development Board had a reception for Mr. Vic Hastings. He is resigning from that board after 27 years, and he did a great job of filling that spot and helping Jackson County grow industrial-wise, and so we appreciate his service. That's all I have.
Mr. Smith? Ms. McCreary?
Just thank everyone for being here, and I'm very glad that we're moving forward with the proclamation of the Drug Awareness Month. The young people are our future, and we see, like you say, every day, the drugs and things that they come up with. I have no idea how they come about that, but I appreciate all the efforts to working to try to control it if we can, stop it, maybe stop somebody from endangering themselves or someone else. Also, I was glad about, able to come up with the increase on the sales tax where we can get some new tires for the police department. You see them on the road all the time. They put a lot of miles on those cars, and we appreciate what they do. And also for the other vehicles that we're going to be able to get, and for the repairs out at the airport. And again, as the mayor said, this is going to be a big weekend. Hope the weather stays pretty. We'll keep our fingers crossed. There's going to be a lot of people in town, and I know we'll have on our best friendly faces and welcome them here. And thank you all for coming.
Mr. Miller? I don't have anything tonight. Mr. Gary Stewart?
I don't have anything tonight.
The only thing I have is, next Monday we will not meet because of Labor Day. So, we'll have a work session and a council meeting, that Monday, September the 9th. So, for that, I have a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion.
Second. We'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say